for me when I first came to Charlotte, and for like maybe the first 10 years, because last year was 2020. It was good. You have your ups and you have your downs. But last year, I don't know, I just hit like a financial crisis, and I found myself like robbing Peter to pay Paul, like, cover this bill and, delay that bill. And before I knew it, I was taking money from my rent to help cover something else, and just got myself into a real financial bind. And like I said, I did get myself into that situation. So I just felt like, you know what? It's probably better that I go to the Salvation Army Center of Hope. I had heard about it because I had used Crisis in the past when I needed some help. So I knew about it, and I just eventually ended up going over there, calling the number to get over there. And I have to say, when I first came there, it was March, I'll never forget. It was March of 2020, and I just thought it was the lowest day of my life ever. I thought it was the worst day ever, not even knowing that it was actually going to be a blessing for me in the long run. But, when you're used to being independent and you're used to living a certain lifestyle and you have friends who live a certain lifestyle, you just feel like, where did I go wrong? What did I, this is just like awful. Like, how did I end up homeless? How did I get here? How did I allow myself to get here? So I beat myself up a lot, especially that first day. I'm not really a crier, but I almost cried. I almost cried that day. So I have to say that I was applying for jobs. I got 3 interviews in 1 week. And I just thought, yes, out of these 3 interviews, I gotta get one of them. And I am not the kind of person who doesn't get the job. If I got the interview, I got the job. Didn't get not one. And I felt crushed all over again. I'm like, why? Why am I still in this situation? And I was just thinking, okay, there must be a reason. There must be a reason why I'm still in this situation, why I'm still going through this. And then the pandemic hit, and that just slowed everything way down. And just because of my faith, I realized maybe this is a slowdown for a reason. And it just hit me. It's like, Kendra, if you don't get your book out now, I went to school for journalism. I always liked to write. And it just hit me. Like, if you don't get your book out now, you'll never do it. It's now or never. Like, what else are you doing? You might as well just put it out. So at that time, I was able to get unemployment, and thanks to me being able to get unemployment, I was able to self-publish my very first novel. So these were things that in hindsight, I didn't even know that these kinds of blessings were going to come to me while I'm homeless, And I just remember going to the sanctuary at Church in the City one day, because it was just so many blessings that were coming, like back to back to back. Finding the church, getting my book out, total strangers, showing me love and support. And I just went into the sanctuary and cried. Like I said, I'm not a crier. But I just went into the sanctuary to cry. Like, wow, this is all happening to me while I'm homeless, And it just kept me strong. And, I just kept applying for jobs because I knew that the job was the key to me getting out of homelessness and, getting my own place. So all of that gave me encouragement. So then now I'm still applying for jobs. I get 3 interviews back to back again. And this time I got all 3 jobs. Look at God. It's because I had to go through what I went through to get to the finish line. So now I'm making a salary. It's the largest amount that I've ever made, period, in my whole career of working. So I was able to get that job, save up my money, and eventually, of course, move into my own place, which is where I am now. I'm finally in my own apartment. So definitely I am someone who's an example of homelessness does not look like what you think it is, because you can be educated, you can have had good jobs, you can not be on drugs, you cannot be prostituting yourself, and you still, find yourself in homelessness just due to financial issues that you may have gone through. So definitely, I am thankful that I was able to go through this journey, but mainly show people that, it's not a case of, oh, people are lazy, they just want to be out on the street, they just want to be in that situation. It's not that at all. You just never know. It can literally happen to anyone who gets behind and finds it hard to just catch up again.